Well, hello people, I'm doing another video, yeah, on here. Um, I do really want to talk about, you know, Star Wars related stuff, on here. Um, yeah, like, I'm pretty much pissed off with all the Star Wars actors, not really sticking up for the old fans, I'm pretty pissed off with that. I don't understand why they're not sticking up for us, like, especially the prequel, series too, them Star Wars actors too, like, yeah, I'm pretty much pissed off, in a way. As an old school Star Wars fan, I grew up on, the original trilogy and the prequel series. Trilogy, I should say. I grew up on all of them. I grew up with Star Wars mostly my whole life. And yeah, like, I'm pretty angry, like, at Mark Hamill's. Pretty angry at, Harrison Ford and all that. Like, it's just like, I think I know Mark Hamill's is he's part of the left in the political spectrum and everything else. I know that for sure. Yeah. I don't know about Harrison Ford. I really don't know if he's political or not, but it's just a shame and a pity how... I think I said this in my other videos back in the days before. No, sorry about that. You have to hear that. Excuse me. I just think it's really sad, like, seeing all these old Star Wars actors, not really giving a shit about, us, old Star Wars fans, like, all they care about is the fucking money. Like, that's all they care about is their fucking money and their fame and their popularity. They don't really care about their fucking fans at all. They don't. They just don't. Like, it's just a shame. Like you would expect, like Mark Hamill's would just, say like what Johnny Depp says, like, the fans are the boss, we are the boss. And if it wasn't for us, like Mark Hamill's and the old Star Wars actors and everything else, and especially the new Star Wars actors, like from the prequel series, like, trilogy, I should say, you wouldn't be in the position what you're in today. And not just that too, the actor who plays as the new Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think his name Ian something, I don't really know. But I didn't really hear anything of the Anakin Skywalker actor. I think his name is, what's his fucking name again? Hayden Christensen. I never heard him said anything. I think he's basically keeping his mouth shut because he doesn't want to piss off, like the old Star Wars fans. I think he's just keeping his mouth shut about that. I never really heard him saying anything. Like, but when Obi-Wan Kenobi, that show came out, I did watch it, but never watching it ever again. What the Obi-Wan actor did said on, you know, on his little video rant, calling us Star Wars fans racist because we didn't like a character in that show. You know, being racist is being racist. Not liking a character is not liking a character. They're two different things, you know. That's the thing, it really fucked him up in the first place, because, like, you know, he basically called us racist for not being racist, like, you know. Doesn't make any sense. It's like, I think these, like, Hollywood actors, I think their fame just got into their head, and especially all the political bullshit too. Yeah, it's just a shame. Like, I don't see them sticking up for us at all. And especially just watch this, like, video of Mark Hamill being at the White House, and yeah, it just leaves a really untasteful, you know, flavour in your mouth, like an untasteful flavour in your mouth. Makes you sick. You know, saying Biden Kenobi shit, whatever he said, like, see, this is where, like, if these actors are all acting political about all this, like, in my Bible, like, well, in the original Bible, not the King James Bible even, it says don't trust government and everything else. Like, you know, should we not trust actors no more because they are political themselves too? Like, they are part of that government problem too. Yeah, it's just like, they're into that, all that other stuff too, like, all that woke drama stuff. Like, yeah, it's just like, I just don't understand it. Like, once upon a time, I did look up to Mark Hamill's Harrison Ford and everything else. And, yeah, like, yeah, they're just like, they just became political in their age, you know, like, you know, maybe I never knew them at all, you know, like, and, you know, it's like an old saying, you never meet your heroes and everything else, you know, like, what they're in and everything else. So it's like, I'm actually seeing it for myself on, like, you know, and yeah, it's just like, it's just sad to see all this stuff, like, with what's happening with Star Wars and everything else, like, and it sucks, you know, it's just like, I love the world, what George Lucas made. He's practically the god of Star Wars. He created the world and that universe and everything else with Star Wars. And it's sad to be, you know, the way how it is, and... oh shit, what's happened now? Oh. It's just sad what Star Wars has become. Right, let me see how you can change your weapons easy. Okay. Okay, that's the punch. I'm playing Terminator, whatever this game is called. There is the phase plasma rifle. Oh, is it a phase? No, it's not. Oh, did I just remove that? Okay, it's been a while since I played this game. I remember what I was trying to say. Okay, what I was saying. I think I was saying how it's sad how George Lucas universe has been treated by these evil entertainment company. It's very evil, especially Kathleen Kennedy too. Now she's very evil too. And everything else, like she's just as evil. Bob Iger too, he's evil. Like they don't really care about, you know, making stories. They don't really care about making fucking stories. That's just how it is, you know. Like I don't cry about it. I don't really cry that much about it, you know. That's the way it is, you know, like what it says in that Red Dead song, you know, like that's the way how it is. You can't change anything what they've done because they already destroyed everything. Like they're destroying like Warhammer and everything else. Like never really got into Warhammer. I seen people playing that game, like on the chessboards. Like they make like these little worlds in this chessboard. Very interesting. I did play, like when I was a kid, I did roll. I only played it once. I only played Warhammer once. Warhammer 40k. I don't know which. I think I was playing Lord of the Rings. I think I was. I'm gonna die here. Oh, please change your weapon. Where's my fucking M16? Okay. Bloody hell, I'm a goofball when it comes to, because I haven't played this game for a long time. Preparing myself. Okay. It's L1 to change weapons. Especially this game, this is really cool. What I was talking about. Oh yeah, I did play Warhammer, like I did play them games back in the day. Not as much. It was actually one time I actually did had because they were selling these like, oh fucking hell, out of bullets. Okay, let's chuck a pipe bomb in there. Bad fucking throw. Got him. Yeah, what I was saying, yeah, I did actually play it. Yeah, I did when I was a kid. And where was this place at? I used to live in Wollongong back in the days.
Look out! It's an infiltrator! Look out!
And it was like a Warhammer shop where you can actually buy the stuff in there, like, you know, the paints, the figures, and everything else. And it used to interest me a lot, and I used to walk there with my mum all the time. And practically, I actually walked in there with my mum. And I just told my mum, like, Mum, can we walk in there? Can we walk in there? Just like, have a look. And I used to look outside, you know, where they had like these like big, like mech, you know, what's it called? Them big mechs from, I think, Space Marine or something. Yeah, like, and I was very fascinated, how they built them. Very fascinated. Ooh. Oh shit. Okay, let's heal myself now.
Hold the line! Fire at will! We gotta stop them now! Infiltrator! Like the nighttime shoot!
God, I love the sound of these guns in this game. I do want to play this game again because I've been playing games privately on here. Yeah, what I was saying, yeah, like I did actually play Lord of the Rings, and I was versing them guys when they were teaching me in the same time, teaching me the ropes, and everything else. Ooh, minigun. Yeah, and I was playing Lord of the Rings, and we're in the part where it's in Fellowship of the Rings. They go into this like mine. Yeah, and we were playing that map, what they created in the game. And I was playing as the Fellowship of the Rings, like Gandalf, Gimli, Frodo, Sam, Samwise Gamgee, and Pippin and Merry, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, and Gandalf the Grey. I think I said them all. And he was playing the enemies too. And yeah, like, and you know, the thing is, I'm going to proudly say it, I did lost. Not to be ashamed of it, but, you know, losing is a learning curve, you know, yeah. And I did have fun playing it. It was pretty fun, entertaining at the same time. Never seen nothing like it. The people in Warhammer back in them days, they were very artistic. Very artistic, like, you know, how they paint everything with the figures. And yeah, and these lunatics are actually doing the exact same thing too, you know, destroying that too, because they can't help themselves. They like to destroy everything what they touch, and it's like they like to destroy everything what they touch, and they don't really care. Like, all they care about is just destroy, destroy, destroy. That's all they care about, is destroying old stuff to suit their own ideas. Like, and not just that too, like, in the same time, when they are doing what they are doing, you know, they are being racist themselves, you know, race swapping characters. For, you know, one, you know, like, they race swap characters. That's basically practically being racist too. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't get why they have to do that for in the first place. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know, you could, you know, get an actor that looks like the character to play the part. But they don't want to, because, like I said in this video, all they care about is just supporting their own ideas and their own ideology, you know. And it's sad. You know, like, this is why I'm a middle person, you know. I don't support political... I don't really support political stuff. I don't really support political stuff, like the left and the right stuff. I just wish everybody can just, you know, have a freedom of mind and don't have to be, you know, be someone you're not. You know, just be who you are. You know, it's quite sad to say. And everything else. Like, this is why I don't vote. I'd rather pay a fine. I'd rather pay a fine and not to vote, because I don't want to get involved in political bullshit. Really, I don't. Because that's why I'm such a good person, because I don't get involved in all that stuff. Because stuff is drama. Like, I don't get involved in all that stuff. Whoops. Wait, hold on. I hope I didn't delete that, please. I didn't delete that. No, I just discarded it. Good. Okay. Got that one. Hold on. That one. No, it didn't work. Okay. Remove. Good. Confirm. I can... Yeah, this is why I don't vote. This is why I don't get involved in political stuff. My mum brought me up well. And yeah, like, this is why, just be individual, you know, be yourself, you know. Don't pick a side, just pick your own side, you know. You don't have to pick a side to be cool, to fit in, and everything else. I keep to myself and everything else. Like, I don't get involved in these political nonsense of stuff. I don't really get involved in it. Like, how to explain it? If you don't be involved in stuff like that. And I tell you right now, if you don't get involved in political stuff, right, and especially within the entertainment industry and everything else, I tell you right now, you will live a great life. No pressure, no heartache, and everything else. And if you find a person is, you know, in the same kind of mindset, you know, yeah, you will have a good life. Like, I promise you, you will have a good life. Without pressure and everything else. Like, it's like, and I do like to do say about the left and the right and political, you know, that when you do really hear, when you do see it, like in the left and the right, it's to my knowledge, it seems like when I was a kid and I used to see people, like kids fighting at school in the playground, like one person don't, it's like you got one person who don't support that guy's idea and you got that person not supporting that guy's idea. That's how it is. That's how I look at it. It's childish. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at things these days. Yeah, that's how I look at it. It's and not just that too. It's just like when you get involved in political stuff too, like the left and the right and everything else. Like and I always do want to say this in my videos sometimes, that these left and right parties, you know, when people support them and everything else, like it, to my knowledge, it feels like a cult. You know, it feels like a cult. You know, you feel like you're actually entered into a cult. You know. That's how it feels, you know, like, that's why I never really, you know, dive into all that stuff, you know. I never really, I was never a political person when I was a kid. I was never political. Never really got into war stories, you know, like World War One and World War Two. I never really got into them. I don't know why, because I just think war is depressing in my own point of view. Like, I don't really support war that much. I don't follow it. I don't breathe it. I don't care about it. And yeah, like, the stories just completely depress me in a way, like war stories. Like, I don't even watch war movies, you know. I don't watch war movies. I'd rather watch a fantasy or anime or pseudo science fiction and everything else. And watch, you know, like, yeah, me, you know, not watching war movies. It just, the thing is, right, I never really like people fighting each other. Like, my mum brought me up like that, you know. My mum brought me up, you know, to be loving and respectful to people and everything else, and what race and what creed you are and everything else. Like, yeah, my mum brought me up pretty well, you know. She brought me up in her best abilities, in a way. I don't even like what's happening in the world now, like how people are just fighting each other. It's wrong. Like, everybody should just get along, you know. People should just get along. At the end of the day, people should just get along. You know, it's sad. you know, well, what could you do, you know, when people acting like, you know, complete crazy, like, you know, and I don't really watch the news. I don't watch the news at all. Like, I don't really breathe it. I don't feel it. I stopped watching the news long time ago. Like, stopped watching it for good. It never really, like, just hearing dramas of the world. Like, you sometimes, this is the thing is, you sometimes get your good stuff on the news. Like, don't get me wrong, you do get some good stuff. Like, it's like a crumb of goodness in the news, like on the news in my country, but mostly all of it's just depressing crap. Like, the mind doesn't really want to hear and doesn't want to breathe and everything else. Ooh, got that one. Ooh. Needs to cool down like a Halo gun. Yeah, all my whole life I never really dwell on politics and government and all that, you know, mumbo jumbo bullshit crap stuff. Never really dwell on all that stuff in the first place. I never did. When I was a kid, growing up, all I think about is my, you know, going to the cinemas, pictures and everything else. Listening to music. You know, that's all I care about, you know. Collecting my hobbies. And yeah, that's it. That's all I care about. Watching movies with my mum, like late nights. Yeah, my mum brought me up well. She brought me up good. You know. She did taught me a lot about, you know, life and, you know, and everything else. And yeah, like, this is why I don't like, you know, going back to the Star Wars topic again. No, let me see if I can change the vision. No. Oh, yeah, I can. What I was saying? Going back to the Star Wars topic again. Yeah, I just don't like the, you know, the people who I used to look up to. You know, I don't look up to Mark Hamill's no more. I don't look up to Harrison Ford no more. Not really Carrie Fisher that much no more. Like, God bless her soul. She's, you know, I know she passed away and everything else. Like, you know, like I just don't really look up to them that much no more. Like, just the lack of respect what they got for their fans, and all they care about is the money. Like, you just didn't really hear a peep from them. I wanted to fucking chuck him all the way down there. Yeah, I just don't really have that much respect for him no more. Like, I don't have respect for all the Star Wars actors no more. Like, they should have known better. They should know better, you know. Like, you know, don't stick up for all this bullshit, you know. It's like, basically and practically they failed us, you know. Like, that's the thing is, you should be looking, like, if, you know, like, I want to be a movie director one day, and the thing is, right, if my fans want something, they are going to get it, you know. And if I did made money back in the past by my fans, they're my boss. You know, your fans are your boss. Like, literally, they are your boss. The end of the day. I always use that word a lot now these days because it's my mum's word she always uses. The end of the day, right, your fans are your boss, and they're the ones who made your fucking career become what it is today. You know, because if it wasn't for your fans, where the fuck would you be? You celebrities. Like, where would you be? You would be living in the gutter. You would be doing normal day jobs like, you know, like what normal people do, you know, every day, like push trolleys, shoveling shit in farms, or working at the cash register, working, you know, basically practically every day of your life, you know, like living, you know, living like normal people, like living to survive, like. And if I had that, you know, fan respect, that would be a damn right privilege. Like, in a way, I worship my fans. Like, seriously, I worship them. They're my boss, and they make my money and my wages and everything else. And if it wasn't for the fans, yous wouldn't be where yous are today. Like Mark Hamill's, Harrison Ford, and all the other Star Wars actors from, you know, from the prequel series, trilogy, and the original trilogy. Like, yous wouldn't be in the position what yous in today. Like, yous wouldn't be. That's the thing is, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be living in their mansions what you're living in. Like, seriously, you wouldn't be living in their mansions what yous are living in. Yous wouldn't be living the high life what yous are living in. Like, all these privileged lives. And you sit there and don't stick up for us. I think that's a bit of a shame on you, because, you know, that's the thing is, if I was a rich person, I want to be still called a rich peasant, because I'm part of the peasant crowd. I don't want to be a part of, you know, people stick their nose up in the air and think they're Mr. Good Shit, you know, think their shit doesn't stink, you know. That's not me. That's not going to be me anytime soon. Like I don't want to be that guy, because I want to be that guy where people look up to, you know, the small people. Like the small people, like I support like the downtrodden people and everything else. Not, you know, these rich people. I wouldn't be. I promise you, if I was part of that crowd, I wouldn't be a stuck-up prick and think my shit doesn't stink and everything else. I know a lot of actors are not like that, you know. Keanu Reeves is not like that. Johnny Depp is not like that. Mel Gibson is not like that. He's a good dude. I think a couple of celebs, but a couple of actors are not like that. trying to figure it out. Yeah, like there are a lot. I can't really name all these actors on the top of my head. Like you got your good actors and you got your bad actors. Like you got your good apples, you got your rotten apples. Like you know. Yeah, like I can't really name all these actors up on the top of my head. I already named quite a few. Oh yeah, Jim Caviezel. He's a good dude. Like he's a religious dude too. Very good. I think Joaquin Phoenix is a good guy. Like I think he is. Don't really know that much about him. He's a bit of a mystery. I do watch a couple of his movies. Well, I practically watched quite a few of his movies back in the days. I watched Walk the Line. I did watch that movie he played as Jesus. And definitely did watch the Joker movie, the first Joker movie he did. Yeah, I watched quite a few of his movies back in the days, like I did. Well, that's a gun from the Terminator 1 movie. That's cool. A laser pointer gun. Let me try to equip that. Okay. That's cool. That's a cool gun. Yeah, I watched a couple. Oh yeah, I did watch Brother Bear. He actually, that Disney movie he made, where he transforms into a bear. I actually did watch that movie. That's one of his movies I actually do watch. I watched of his, what he actually acted in. Yeah, like I don't really know that much about him. I believe he would be a cool guy if you actually meet him in real life. Yeah, well, did I just go around in circles? Yeah, I did came here, and that's where I chokehold that guy and slammed him through the bus. Yeah, like, yeah, you got your good actors. You got your good actors. And you got your rotten ones too. Yeah, I'm just going around in circles, like talking about that topic. And yeah, like, I think, yeah, we got a map here. Shit, forgot about that. Yeah, the market. Which is cool. But the thing is, right, I'm gonna say it again. You know, if it wasn't for the fans, right, like, I don't know, they watch YouTube. I don't really know by hand if they do. Like, is this? I hope this is not a door. If it wasn't for us, you know, they wouldn't be in the position what they're in today. You know, like, it just sucks. You know, what could you do? You know, that's their personality, and that's if that's how they want to be like, and that's how they're going to be like. Because, you know, that's the thing is, like, you know, people are free to be what they want to be, but in the same time, you're destroying yourself, you know, destroying the kind of like good self of yourself. You know, this is why I don't really support political stuff. This is why I don't, and even in my Bible, oh well, this Bible, it's not practically King James Bible, it's some, you know, in this other Bible I actually did look up, it's not King James, it's actually, it was before King James. It says in one of the chapters, or one of the, I don't really, like, it says in the Bible, right, in this Bible I actually read, even God said, do not trust governments and everything else, and practically I don't trust governments that much. I don't trust the government, I really don't. I don't know if, you know, and every time you do vote, and you walk up to all these politicians, if they are there, you know, and they come around and talk to you, and you talk to them, and you say this and blah 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 this, and you know, can you please promise, if I do vote for you, can you please promise me this? And you know, mostly the time they won't keep their promises. They don't really, basically and practically, they really don't. They really don't. They don't really keep their promises. Mostly all the time they don't. And they're always out there. They're always out for themselves. Like all political people, they're always out for themselves, just to be on the big throne. That's all they care about. That throne. That's all they care about. All they care about is that throne. You know, that big chair. You know, like, I want to be a part of that chair. You know. I want to sit on that big chair, you know, in the White House or the Lodge or whatever, you know. That's all they care about. That's all they strive to care about. They care about power. I don't care about power, and I never want to rule the world. I never want to rule the world. Ruling the world is boring. What's the fun in that? And yeah. So it's gonna get, can I get the gun back? I just want to use this one. To fix myself. Yeah, it's just, that's all they care about. That's all these people care, that's all them government people care about. It's that throne. That chair, that big place they want to sit on. They have power. And that's why I don't like political people. This is why I don't believe in political things. That's why I hate the word political. I hate the word government. We should govern ourselves, you know, not rely on them people to control us, you know. When you have control, that's what I talk about, you know. This is why I don't get involved in the left and the right, like, because when you get involved in these crowds of people, you know, it's just a lot of hate involved in it. It's a lot of hate, you know. This is why I'm middle. I know there are a lot of people like me out there, like middle people. And I know we probably get shitted on the most. I think, because we don't believe in the government's ideas, and they always say, well, why you don't trust the government for? Because they don't. Well, put it this way: did they half of the time did they ever promise you anything what they say? And they usually they usually go around with their excuses and everything else, and they cry and scream and and call you a psycho and everything. You're a tinfoil hat person and everything else. Like, well, what, you're just going to call me a tinfoil hat person because I don't trust the government? Yeah, like, I don't trust them. I really don't. Like, it's not really an opinion because it's practically facts. I just don't trust them, and I've been through a lot because of them, and they're half the reason why I can't get a job, because with all these resume stuff, judging people and everything else. Because when you get a resume, and this is why a lot of people can't get jobs, you know, decent jobs, and this is why the common man, you know, like poor people, you know, people who want to get a job and, you know, get money in their hands, you know, we get judged a lot, and what I'm about to explain to you, when you hand out your resume to these people, right, when you get your resume handed out to these people, when you give them your resume, they do a background check. They check if you have a criminal history and everything else. Like, you can't, like, I used to remember stories back in the old days, in the bygone days, I should say. You could walk into any place you want and try to get a job. No resume, nothing. You could just walk into a place and just get a job. And I'd done that heaps of times in the past before. Yeah, something like, you know, they always come back and tell me, no, you're not the kind of person what we're looking for. And I said, can you please give me a reason why I'm not the person what you're looking for? Like, and they don't really give you a straight answer. Mostly of the time, they don't. They really don't. And it was heaps of times I try to get jobs in EB Games and JB Hi, and I'd done it about, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, and the 7th time I actually gave up on it. Gave up getting a job. Because of the reason for it, every time I try to get a job, you know, every time I do want to get a job, I give them my resume and everything else, and like, and they said this, like, oh, you're not the person what we're looking for. You're not the person what we're looking for. They said that so many damn times to me, and I kind of finally snapped and just said to myself, like, why I'm not the person what you're looking for. And they really can't really say, like, I don't know why they didn't want to say why I'm not the person what they're looking for. Like, I just don't understand, because, like, why I'm not the person what you look like, why you can't offer me a job here, like, you know. And I basically I found out, like, this year, people in the workforce can actually, like, if, like, the boss of that company can go, like, practically do a search of your history, more or less, and everything else. And they can check your criminal records and everything else. Like, they can dive into your private history, more or less. Yeah. That's why I don't trust the government that much no more, because the governments are actually, you know, working with all these big corporations, you know, like JB Hi and EB Games and everything else, like. And I actually did said, like, all I want to do is just pack boxes and shit, like, you know, is it hard to ask, like, and they come back and say the exact same fucking shit all the time, you know. We don't want you working for us, more or less, you know. So it's like, how the fuck are people going to get a job? You know, when people have criminal records and everything else, and they try their hardest to be normal, right citizens. And you got people with criminal records try to do a bit of good, and all they get is shit. That's why I don't trust the government that much no more. That's why I don't trust them, and it's practically their fault why I can't get a job. Like, I stopped searching for it so long ago, and that's why I am practically saving up my own money when I get the money soon. And yeah, like, yeah, that's why I want to get into college and study to be a movie director one day, and I can actually make money for myself and not like making money off, you know, like corporations and everything else. I like to make money out of my own self. And it's sad, you know. Like, I feel sorry for like people who don't want to be a criminal no more. They want to be a good people, and all they want to do is try and make good for themselves. And like, all these stuck up people in the world, right, stomp them down, you know, and tell them they're no good, you know, and you can't get a job and everything else here and everything else, like. And they do the exact same thing what, you know, what I did, you know. They do the exact same thing. What I did. They try to get a job, and because of their criminal history, they can't get a job. It's just sad. Like, I've done my research on resumes and shit like that. They do look into your criminal history and everything else, like, they do. And that's why I couldn't get a job in the first place. Like, that's the thing is, I'm not really a criminal when I have a criminal record. I was accused for something I'd never done, and paid the price for it. For something I never done. Yep, that will be it for me tonight, like talking, and yeah, talking about Star Wars and all these shitty fucking actors and everything else, and how they're all in political bullshit and everything else. Sorry, it's like a roller coaster and everything else, like me talking in a roller coaster, like going up and down and everything else, and talking about something else, veering off and everything else. Sorry. I hope you all have a good one. See ya, and God bless, and have a good one.